My name is Mira. I was once a happy woman. I had a small, simple, beautiful life. I was married to the man I loved with all my heart. His name was Arjun. He wasn't rich, but he was kind, funny, and full of love. We laughed a lot. We talked about silly things. We dreamed about our future together. We didn't have children yet. We wanted to wait until life became a little more stable. Arjun worked as a manager at a small shop. I stayed at home and took care of everything else. Life wasn't perfect, but it was peaceful. And with him, I was truly happy. Then one rainy night, everything changed. Arjun was coming home from work on his bike. The road was dark and wet. A truck came from the wrong side, too fast. It hit him. He died on the spot. When I got the call, I didn't believe it. I thought it had to be a mistake. With shaking hands and a crying heart, I ran to the hospital. But it was true. He was gone. Forever. The weeks that followed were filled with silence. No laughter. No smiles. No reason to wake up. The house felt cold and empty. His clothes were still there. His slippers, his toothbrush, everything except him. Every night I cried. I asked God why, but there was no answer. I had no job, no steady income. Our small savings disappeared quickly. Rent, food, electricity. Everything needed money. I told myself I had to be strong. I told myself I had to live. One day, I opened an old diary from my college days. Inside it, I found a forgotten dream. I wanted to become a teacher. I loved reading. I loved writing. I loved explaining things to others. And for the first time in a long while, I thought, maybe this is the time. Maybe I should try. I gathered my certificates, ironed my simple sari, and walked into a small private school near my house. It was called Sunrise Academy. My hands trembled as I entered. The principal, a kind woman in her 50s, looked at my papers. "Have you ever taught before?" she asked. "No," I said softly, "but I want to try." She smiled. "You have a good degree. We need teachers. You can start tomorrow." Just like that. That night, I couldn't sleep. I was nervous. But inside me, a small light had turned on, like a candle, like hope. The next day, I entered the school as a teacher. Children looked at me with curious eyes. Some smiled. Some whispered. I smiled back. I introduced myself and began teaching English. At first, my hands shook while writing on the board. But slowly, day by day, I found my rhythm. The children liked me. They called me Miss Mira. Their smiles gave me strength. One afternoon during lunch break, I saw him. He was sitting under a tree in the school garden, eating a sandwich and reading a book. He looked young. Messy hair. A warm, gentle smile. I sat on a nearby bench. He looked up. "Hi. You're the new English teacher, right?" "Yes," I said, smiling politely. "I'm Karen. I teach science." We shook hands. His hand was warm, different from Arjun's, but comforting in its own way. "Do you like it here?" he asked. "I think I do. The kids are sweet." He laughed. "Sometimes they're monsters, but good monsters." I laughed too. It felt strange, laughing again after so long. But it felt nice. After that, we talked often. During breaks. Sometimes after school. Just small things, books, movies, classes. Nothing serious. But slowly, I started waiting for those conversations. I liked the way he listened. The way he smiled. He never asked about my past. And somehow I was grateful for that. One rainy afternoon, I stood by the window, watching the rain. It reminded me of the night Arjun died. My heart grew heavy. I didn't realize Karen was behind me, Are you okay? He asked gently. I wiped my eyes. Yes, rain just makes me sad sometimes. He didn't ask more. He just stood beside me and said, sometimes rain brings new things too. His words stayed with me. I began noticing him more. His kindness, the way he helped students, the way he smiled at the old security guard. He wasn't loud or showy. He was simply good. One day, he gave me a small yellow flower. No reason, he said. Just felt like it. I smiled. But inside, fear grew. I was a widow. He was younger. What would people say? What if I got hurt again? Still, my heart was changing. Slowly. Beat by beat. One evening after school, we were walking together. The road was quiet. He stopped suddenly. Can I ask you something? I nodded. Are you married? The question froze me. I was, I said softly. My husband died last year. He looked sad. I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's okay, I whispered. After a pause, he said, You're strong, Mira. I don't know your full story, but I can see it in your eyes. That night, I looked at Arjun's photo. Can I love again? I whispered. I didn't know the answer, but my heart had begun to feel again. Something warm, something gentle, like spring after a long winter. Months passed. I still missed Arjun, especially at night. His photo still stood beside my bed. But my days were filled with laughter now, with children calling Miss Mira, with quiet talks under the school tree. One evening after a school event, Karen walked beside me under the stars. There's something I want to tell you, he said. His voice trembled. I like you. I care about you. I wait to see you every day. I don't want to rush you, but I had to say it. I thought of Arjun. Then I remembered his words long ago. If something ever happens to me, don't cry forever. Smile again. Share your love. I smiled at Karen. You didn't scare me, I said softly. I was afraid too, but my heart is ready now. From that day, love grew quietly between us. Later, he came to my house with his mother. She held my hand and said, My son is lucky to have found you. Months later, Karen and I married. A simple ceremony. No big crowd. Just love. The school children came with handmade cards. One said, Miss Mira and Sir Karen, please always be happy. We both cried. Now, every morning, I wake up holding a warm hand. I teach. I love. I live. My name is Mira. I lost love once, but I found it again. Sometimes the heart breaks, not to end love, but to make space for a new one.